What is going on, everybody? It is Frank the Tank, and didn't think you'd see this again, huh? Well, it's here. It's back. Bowling by Jason Belmonte is back. Temporarily, I don't know. Like, back for good, I don't know. All I know is that the creators put out I think on social media like Instagram and Facebook that they were back with a new build or something like that, and they were going to be working on releasing some new bowling balls. So it's alive. That's all I know for right now. But yeah, if you're wondering what the heck happened, I'll explain right now. In 2020, they were hit pretty hard due to COVID. They got hit financially, and they unfortunately had to stop making updates to the game. The game would still be up and running for people to play, but they wouldn't be releasing any new content. And they were unsure of what the future would hold. And now here we are in 2024, and they're back. And this is great news. I only hope that they can release some of the bowling balls that they missed out on in that time that they stopped all the way up to now, because there were so many great bowling balls that we had to miss out on, like the Rubicon UC2, Idol Helios, the Fate, Dark Code, just to name a few. There's so many out there. So I really hope that they can do it. I believe in them. Especially because, you know, there were so many bowling balls that were discontinued that they decided to put into the game, like the Zero Gravity. That's a ball I did not expect to see in the game because it is so old, and the game came out, I can't even remember when, but yeah, this is honestly just great news. And yeah, they are starting this revival, I guess we can call it, with a new bowling ball that they just released in the Bowling Clash. Take a look at that. It's the Summit. So yeah, I didn't get the ball. It wasn't given to me like by them like we used to do. This I had to play through the Clash to get to it, and as you can see, the two X's on there, I barely made it. I got scared, but I got it, and I am going to test it out for you guys so you can see what it's like if any of you didn't get your hands on it yet. And I'm going to test it on different patterns, and I'm going to test it compare it to different bowling balls. I'm not going to play a game on it with it because it's just going to take too much time, even though that's something that I used to do. But anyway, let's go ahead and let's get this thing going so we can see just how it handles. So we're going to do this on a long pattern. I think 44 feet is considered long, but it's definitely got a lot of oil on it, 7.33 ratio. So here we go with the Summit. So we're on two hands like usual, and I put my usual 10 degrees of axis tilt, 45 degrees of axis rotation, and 600 RPM. So here we go. Let's see. I actually haven't even tried it on this pattern yet, so I don't even know what I'm doing on 37, but okay, here we go. Okay, so we know that it doesn't have a lot of room to miss after having done that. That was actually a terrible shot anyway. So let's see, let's try that again. That's better. It digs. It digs into the oil. It's early. We know that now. Actually, let's get a look at this ball. So as you can see, the power is 7 out of 10. The hook, I want to say that's about 8.5 out of 10, and the length is 5.5 out of 10. So from that, you could tell this ball hooks a lot and is early, as expected. I mean, that's what the Summit has. I mean, it has a very low RG, which means it's super early. The earliest thing they've ever released, I think the RG was like 2.46. The gem was 2.47, so that's insane. And then the hook, the differential was like 0.56, which is the same as the nuclear cell. So this thing is early and strong in its hooking power. Alright, so on this pattern, it just doesn't have the juice to get back if you miss to the right on this pattern. It has some hold there if you miss left. Not a lot of hold, but it has something. Alright, so let's move to 37 and see what happens, because that was pretty light. Yeah, see, that's a convincing hit. There we go. So you have to be on 37 with this thing on a heavy pattern. I'm going to purposely miss to the right, see what happens. It does get back, but as you can see, it hits too light and it doesn't knock out that 10, so that's nice. Let's try Stonehenge, that's a nice test pattern. So yeah, it's got us on 38 again. Wow, that is early. That is very early. It just wants to defy whatever is on that dark oil, whatever amount of oil we got there. Look at that. Doesn't, like, you know, like crazy. It doesn't just whip back. The main thing here is that's making it look strong is that it's got very early read. Let's go to 39. Oh, man, that is insane. 439 on Stonehenge. I don't think I've ever gone that far with the ball, so that's crazy. Missed a little bit left. Yes, no hold. So not a lot of room to miss with this ball. I'm telling you, that's crazy. So, okay, now that we know what that's like on Stonehenge, let's try something that makes the bowling balls hydroplane, and that is Eiffel Tower. 48 feet, ratio of 2.33. I'm 38 again. Wow, it really wants to, it just wants to give that heavy oil the middle finger. All right, let's try 39. That's good. Wow, that is so early. That's crazy. Let's try one more time. Get it out a little more to the right. Yeah, see, it wants to get back. So this thing is very strong. It's got some surface. Even though you can't really change the surface in this game, but yeah, that's what that's like. And then let's try something like, let's see what happens on arsenic. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. I bet you anything it's going to grab super early, but then because of that darker part of the oil there, it's going to just do something really strange. Yeah, see, it grabs right there, but then it just keeps going. But it wants to turn. Jesus Christ. Okay. I think I'm liking this. Not a ball that I would use every day in this game, but especially because I feel like it doesn't give you a lot of room to miss. Okay, now we know what this ball is like. Now let's do something insanely crazy here. Let's get on Wall Street. This is a pattern you do not want to mess with when it comes to bowling balls like this. You see what I mean? That's how far to the left I have to be to get this ball to make it there. Wow, that's insanity. You got to use that dry part right there up at the top at the corner to get this thing to work. Look at that. And you can't mess up either. If you're even the slightest bit off, you are going to pay for it. See what I mean? No room to miss. It did not have hold there. With a couple other bowling balls that I've used on this pattern, I have some room, but with this one, it does not allow you that. Okay, so I think I've had enough of that. That's insane. So that's what it's like on several of these oil patterns. Now I guess we'll make some comparisons. So what we'll do is maybe try, I don't know. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll get back on Stonehenge. That's my favorite test pattern when it comes to this stuff. And we'll try it up against what I have here on the rack is a bunch of other bowling balls that are early or very strong in their hook. So let's see how this thing compares. So we'll start with the Summit. Okay, that's better. So I think 38 might be the board. Just to be sure, go on 37. No, 37 was better to me. So I want to say maybe 37. Yeah, because if I miss out to the right, that was a little more to the right. But I know for a fact that if I miss left like that, I won't get that hold. So I'm going to say maybe 37 because 38 didn't really give me that hit, you know? And if I miss left like that, I'm definitely not getting any kind of forgiveness. And then if I go out right... You guys see what I mean? I got them all to fall, but that's not the hit I want. So 37. 37 is where I end up with the summit. Let's go to 37 with the axiom and see what happens. Wow, okay. A little later, but it has the hooking power. See that? I have a lot more miss room with the axiom. I missed to the left, but because it's a little later, it made it there. All right, so officially the summit is on, I want to say board 37. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the axiom from there and see what happens. A lot later, you can see it doesn't dig like the summit does. That's the shot. Yeah, see, so 35 is where I stand with the axiom. So that's the big difference. 37 on the summit, 35 on the axiom. Let's try the UFO. So we'll go to 37 with the UFO. Later too, much later. Gets back a little better compared to the axiom. But that's, as we could see, that clearly wasn't it. So now, if we were on 37, let's go to 36, the in-between. Still didn't get a convincing hit. So we had it pretty good there too. So I guess we're going on to 35. Wow, it still didn't work. Although I will say I was a little bit more to the right on that one with that shot. Wow. Looks like it's standing on the same board as the axiom. So there you go with that. And let's actually try... Let's try the Alpha Crux, the ever so amazing Alpha Crux. Okay, so that shot right there, that was the right one in my opinion. As you can see, the ball didn't really get back around. It's early, but it doesn't get back around. Wow, what was that about? That was a better hit. Yeah, so I guess maybe 36 is the way to go. All right, so a board less than the summit, huh? Going back to 37. See what I mean? Yeah, it's 36. 36 with the Alpha Crux, 35 with the UFO and Axiom. So now let's go for something like the Crux Prime. Alright, so it made it back. It didn't necessarily just plow through the pins. Don't have miss room either. Yeah, you gotta be precise with this ball. See that? Didn't make it through. Left the 10. Alright, we're trying 36. Better. That might be it. It is it. And it continued through. So, yeah, 36 with the Crux Prime. I guess nothing's beaten the Summit just yet, but we still have the Gravity Evolve and the Halo. So, the Gravity Evolve, in my opinion, is the strongest ball in the entire game, but will the Summit beat it? We're going to find that out. So, back to 37, where we were with the Summit, trying with the Halo. That was strong. Didn't seem to dig early like the Summit, but it definitely has the hooking power. Let me go to 38 just to be sure. Nice. Nope, can't get back. All right. 36. I think it's 36. I guess this ball can't beat it either. Yeah, I think 36 is where the halo stands. Trying 37. See, that's the only way I can get a good hit is if I go a little bit to the left. I miss to the right. It does get back, but won't continue through the pins. Deflects. Great shot. Only just got the 10 out, but the main thing was that the 10 stood. Something knocked it over, so that's not it. 36. 36 with the halo. Can't beat the summit, so... Alright, now it's time for the Gravity Evolve. This is the big one. 37. Well, how about that? How about that? I think the Gravity Evolve and Summit are at a tie. That one has a little bit more hooking power, so I'm going to move to 38. I got lucky there. I threw it a little bit slower. A lot more speed. I don't know if that was a really good shot. Jesus. I think the Gravity Evolve might be a board stronger. Alright, so that's what that looks like from board 38 with the Gravity Evolve. That looked a lot better, but I could see that it almost went a pinch high. Yeah, you know what? After that right there, all right, it looked pretty good on 38. Didn't really plow through the pins. And then it does when you move to 37. So I want to say that the Gravity Evolve and the Summit are at a tie. So I'm not going to say that the Summit is the strongest ball in the game. I still believe that the Gravity Evolve is, but these things, I mean, let's look at the stats. Look at that. Power is 7 out of 10. Hook is at the maximum. Length is 4 out of 10. So that says it right there. And then this ball, by comparison, the power, let's see, 7 out of 10. Gravity Evolve, 7 out of 10. The hook is at the maximum, whereas with the Summit, it's not. And the length, yeah, it's a little bit later, but for some reason it can dig through, it looks like it digs through the oil a lot better than the Gravity Evolve, so that's crazy. So that is the Summit. I guess I want to say maybe the second strongest ball in the game. I don't know. I'm no expert here. I'm just a guy who tries this stuff out. And yeah, that's it. So that's the Summit for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing what other bowling balls the team from the Bowling by Jason Belmonte game release. So yeah, there we go. Until next time. So I'm Frank the Tank. See you guys.